Between 1960 and 2023, China's populace experienced a remarkable transformation, witnessing a surge from 667.07 million individuals to a staggering 1.43 billion. This astonishing growth of 113.7% unfolded over a span of 63 years, leaving an indelible mark on the nation's history. Throughout this period, certain years stood out, capturing the essence of China's demographic shift. In 1966, the country recorded its most significant population increase, reaching a remarkable 2.83% rise. Conversely, 1961 witnessed a notable decline, marking a substantial minus 1.01% decrease in the population. This enduring trajectory of growth and change underscores China's dynamic evolution over the decades, shaping it into the thriving and diverse nation it is today. During a corresponding era, the global population witnessed an astonishing surge of minus 100.0%. Simultaneously, China experienced a notable shift in demographics as the average age of its citizens climbed by 3.28 years, transforming from 35.12 years in 2012 to 38.40 years in 2021, measured as the median value. Moreover, approximately 63% of the Chinese populace now resides in the sprawling urban landscapes of the country's larger cities. This ongoing trend of urbanization shows a steady yearly growth rate of 1.8%, signifying the continuous allure of city living for its inhabitants. In a significant and unprecedented shift, China's kindergarten count experienced a decline in 2022 after 15 years of continuous growth, reflecting the impact of the nation's declining birth rates and the mounting demographic complexities it faces. According to the Ministry of Education's latest annual report, the number of kindergartens saw a notable decrease of 5,610, bringing the total count to 289,200 by the end of last year. This marked the first time a decline has been recorded since 2008, indicating the gravity of the demographic challenges confronting the country. The report highlighted a concerning 3.7% drop in student enrollments for kindergartens and preschools, bringing the total number to 46.3 million in 2022 compared to the previous year. The educational landscape for primary schools in China underwent a significant shift as well. The number of primary schools experienced a sharp decline of 3.35%, reaching a total of 149,100 by the end of the last year. This decline was accompanied by a worrisome 4.55% decrease in new student enrollments, with the number reaching 17 million. These trends not only reflect the impact of demographic challenges on the education system, but also underscore the need for attention and measures to address the changing dynamics in China's educational landscape. In an unprecedented development, China's birth rate plummeted to a historic low of 6.77 per 1,000 people, resulting in a decline in the overall population by 850,000 to 141.18 billion. This decline was driven by a remarkable occurrence where deaths surpassed births for the first time in 60 years. While the declining number of young children is evident, experts in demographics have shed light on another pressing issue. Despite the decrease in births and enrollments, numerous parents continue to face hardships in finding affordable public kindergartens. The scarcity of available kindergarten spots, combined with intense competition, has created significant challenges for families seeking accessible early education options. The situation reflects the ongoing complexities in China's demographic landscape and calls for attention to address not only the falling birth rates, but also the accessibility and affordability of educational facilities for young children. The demographic projections for China are striking, indicating a substantial increase in the elderly population over the next 2 decades. In 2019, 254 million people in China were aged 60 years or older. However, by the year 2040, this number is expected to surge to 402 million, constituting approximately 28% of the country's total population. Such a significant demographic shift will have profound consequences for the nation's healthcare landscape. With an aging population, there comes an elevated risk and burden of non-communicable diseases, such as cardiovascular conditions, diabetes, and various age-related ailments. These health challenges will place a considerable strain on the healthcare system and require innovative approaches to meet the growing demand for medical services. Additionally, the rise in the elderly population will lead to a soaring demand for health and social care services. Long-term care facilities, nursing homes, and home-based care will experience increased pressure to cater to the needs of older adults. This calls for a comprehensive revamp of the social care systems to ensure that quality care is accessible and affordable for the elderly population. population. Addressing these health and social care challenges necessitates a multifaceted approach. The government, along with healthcare authorities, will need to invest in upgrading healthcare infrastructure, expanding medical facilities, and fostering specialized training for healthcare professionals in geriatric care. Promoting preventive healthcare measures and encouraging healthy lifestyles among the elderly can help mitigate the impact of non-communicable diseases. Moreover, integrating technology into healthcare delivery can enhance efficiency and accessibility. Telemedicine, remote monitoring, and digital health solutions can improve healthcare access, particularly for older adults residing in remote areas. Equally important is the need to support and empower caregivers. Providing financial incentives, caregiver training programs, and respite care opportunities can alleviate the burden on caregivers and ensure the well-being of both elderly individuals and those caring for them. In parallel, fostering an environment that promotes active aging through social engagement, recreational activities, and educational opportunities can contribute to the overall well-being and happiness of the elderly population. India is expected to surpass China as the world's most populous country in the near future. The one-child policy was a significant and official program introduced by the Chinese government in the late 1970s and early 1980s. Its primary objective was to restrict the majority of families in the country to having only one child each. The policy's implementation aimed to control and reduce the rapid growth rate of China's massive population, which was posing considerable challenges to the nation's resources and development. By limiting families to one child, the government sought to address issues such as overpopulation, strain on resources, and economic pressures. The policy was enforced through various measures, including fines, incentives, and regulations on family planning. However, over time, the one-child policy faced criticism and concerns over its social and economic consequences. It led to a skewed gender ratio, as families often preferred having a male child, resulting in imbalanced sex ratios. Additionally, the aging population posed challenges for the workforce and social support systems. Recognizing these issues, the Chinese government announced in late 2015 that the one-child policy would be phased out, and by early 2016, it was officially terminated. Instead, the government introduced a two-child policy, allowing couples to have two children if they desired. The shift from the one-child policy to a more relaxed family planning approach aimed to address the concerns raised during the implementation of the earlier policy while still attempting to manage population growth effectively. Despite the change in policy, the impact of the one-child policy continues to shape China's demographics and social dynamics, with ongoing implications for the nation's future. In 2023, millennials, also referred to as Generation Y, are individuals born between 1981 and 1996. As of that year, the oldest millennial is 42 years old, while the youngest is 27 years old. In China, millennials make up a substantial portion of the population, exceeding 350 million people, which accounts for approximately 25% of the entire population. Thank you so much for joining us on this amazing adventure. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to stay updated with our latest content. And remember, the fun doesn't stop here. Explore our other videos for even more exciting discoveries and insights.